While many celebrate the new law, not everyone is in favor. Several youth camp owners across Texas have voiced their concerns about the potential financial burden the law could place on their businesses. The new rules are going to be costly. Moving cabins out of floodplains, installing sirens, these are expenses that many camps simply
Boy's
can't
father
afford.
says the
We are
school's
trying to
principal
keep our
and
doors
student
open, and now we
resource
face
officer
even more
filed a criminal
challenges.
complaint with the Hays County Sheriff's Office, even after reviewing the video.
There's no assault on that video. There's no assault on that video. She didn't assault my son, but my son damn sure didn't assault her. She caused the incident, but there's no assault there. What were the SROs looking at to actually file those charges? What the heck are they talking about? Let us see the video. We wanted to see the video. 100%. Because even after I pointed out that they had misrepresented the penal code, they didn't care. The only thing I can figure is a retaliation because they can't come after mom and dad, so they went after the kid.
Opponents argue that these new safety regulations will create an excessive financial burden for camp owners across the state. But supporters insist that ensuring safety should always be the top priority. These changes are necessary to protect the children who attend these camps. Safety should always come first, and I believe the owners understand that responsibility. As the debate continues, one thing is certain: Texas youth camps are facing a critical crossroads: balance safety with financial viability. In the wake of the tragedy, two heroes have emerged. These camp counselors, who stayed behind when they could have escaped, sacrificed their lives to protect the children in their care. Their courage will never be forgotten.
These individuals are walking into a locker room with 100 lockers and going, "We're going to find something." That's all there is to it. They're stealing your credit cards, your cash, your identification, all your personal information that you've taken to the gym with you, and secured in a locker for that reason.
These two counselors displayed extraordinary bravery. They stayed with the children even when they had the chance to escape. They are true heroes, and their names should be remembered alongside the greats in Texas history.
I personally just leave my stuff in the cubby, and I trust the world, or I trust in the universe that's gonna be there when I come back.
But now you're like,
yeah, I mean, I think twice.
Governor Patrick has proposed that their portraits be permanently displayed in the House and Senate as a tribute to their sacrifice. Their names will forever be honored as symbols of heroism. As part of the healing process, these two individuals will be forever immortalized in the halls of Texas history, their legacy etched in the hearts of those who will never forget the price they paid for safety. Meanwhile, on the other side of Texas, the city of Austin unveiled a new logo, sparking a wave of reactions, both positive and negative. The project, costing a staggering $1.5 million, has become a topic of intense debate. Honestly, I don't get it. The logo is so simple, and $1.5 million. I think that's a waste of taxpayer money. We could have done something more meaningful with that budget. Some Austin residents have expressed disappointment, calling the logo too basic and questioning the large price tag. But city officials insist it's a step towards unifying the city's image for the first time. This logo represents the heart of Austin, our hills, rivers, and bridges. It's a new chapter for our city, and while it's simple, it's also deeply meaningful for us as a community. Despite the controversy, Austin's new logo is here to stay, but the debate over its cost and design is far from over. Meanwhile, in Hays County, a troubling investigation has emerged. A surveillance video has surfaced showing what some initially called an assault between a student and a counselor at Science Hall Elementary School. But after months of delays, the charges against the student were dropped. They tried to make it seem like my son attacked her, but the video clearly shows there was no assault. I think they were just going after him because they couldn't go after us. It's been a witch hunt from the start. After months of fighting to a family continues to seek justice, the question remains: how could such an incident be handled so poorly by school authorities? And what steps will be taken to ensure something like this never happens again? Today marks a historic moment in Texas, as Governor Greg Abbott signed into law a groundbreaking youth camp safety bill that promises to save countless lives. The law was passed following a devastating tragedy in July, where the lives of many were lost. But what exactly does this new law mean for the future of Texas youth camps, and who is behind this vital change? This law, a result of intense public outcry and personal loss, addresses critical issues surrounding camp safety in the state. But, as with any major legislative change, there are those who stand in support and those who raise concerns.
I feel like Austin's a little bit crazier to having a more simplistic logo like that. The price tag is insane, though.
It's too much money to spend on things like that.
Join us as we take you through the journey that led to this law, the emotional stories behind it, and the hopes it carries for a safer future for Texas children.
We found that the number of drownings are consistent with historical frequencies of drownings in Austin, but also comparable to Texas generally.
As the families of those lost in the tragedy gathered at the ceremony, their emotions were raw, but their message was clear. This law means peace of mind for every Texas family. The pain of loss was still fresh, but today they stood together in gratitude, knowing that something had changed.
What do you say to those business owners who say, at least help us move or build back better?
Well, and listen, there are a lot of different possibilities of the way that this will be approached going forward. One is through elevation. The other would be possible movement. It depends on what happened to each business, if you would. Was it totally decimated? Was it minorly damaged? And where exactly are they located? Different things like that.
We came together as families dealing with unbearable heartache, and today we stand together in gratitude. These new protections mean peace of mind for every Texas family.
Texas heroes that can go down and should go down with the great names of Texas history. They stayed behind when they could have gotten away. They stayed with the girls they were in charge of.
These families have been through unimaginable pain, but they made one thing clear. Their daughters did not die in vain. They pleaded for swift action, asking that no other parent experience the hell they've been through. Today, their voices were heard. Today, their call for safer youth camps became law. And today, a promise was kept.